assalamu alaikum bari ngami anko lokal kontong al token lol nal kontong ken lola nal bari ma la jarama e radio spin banko kan sal sato ni kono bi en jun karotili muang anin nanola men dara ben juma mubarak fe alo mare alma jumo kairo jin lanna jamanol kan na bankol kan na tundol kan na kabilol kono anin na satawol kono mbani ngami yankolu komen daldala nyamen kabo tenola fo jumo kanali na studio to jang anina platform kota on to men be ko YouTube channel o yinto naldunta le subscribe aliyem follow analia share katana Facebook page ol beto alkana hesitate pour ka subscribe altul men mang subscribe dugare altul alfanena aliye subscribe because ne agibe na Facebook page to momem munna friends olti atata fo mo wuli lulu nol be subscribe ta that means promotional data na channel lale men nyonto sot lala so ala baraka al continue alla contribution la pro solidarity men al sakeno pro na page olto katana YouTube channel nyinto so nim baroto sinana nga continue kibaro la ka kungo karangalie angalaw ni manding kola together briefing so na demanda man kewo nyama comme nyosifa bundal min benna banko kan yemen findinde biti lola so mba folo la standard le membe nyatle wala say angalaw aning manding kola the first story on Standard newspaper. Let me change the scene first, then after. The first story on Standard newspaper, Nene votes to sue Barrow if he steps foot on disputed land. This one by Omar Ba, the global home of medical mission country representative, has voted to sue President Adama Barrow if he steps foot on the company's below disputed land to lay the foundation for a hotel. The government and Global Home have been battling over ownership of the land which was taken from the organization by former President Yaya Jammeh. Yombade ngolo komen in kibar follow me findita Standard newspaper maybe denning al nyabe musome nga bondi nung polisol be around kang abelorin sirang kang fenso koma ko ning Adam Baroya simfata pro ilayin dinkra o kanaje ka bara famatna directly bara ko na la mulbula kangdi ko kanana ka hotelolo in blato ilayin kenome nyosabo ba kunna ila Global Home ila representative o memo nene Fredati ko aba saman kiti bla nyindo ay kali wala e ko nyin dinkra me yin safe wala umarti stanna la ki batala ko nyin dinkra men ika fuje ko Global Home Medical Mission wala tam jeti so ila representative be Gambia banko kan wala muso nyin de ka men nene Freda so men ay kali ko President Adam Barrow na sing butolo in lato ila yin keno membe elayin dingrata company nying membe gilo sata onyinto ko damen the land to lay the foundations wala mudron kabere folo la nina da hotelo me ko balo la je so ay anyim foko abe ati mansakunda nying itol Global Home enin mansakunda be kele kanyin blala pour ownership la comme jumaltam e bari mansakunda ko sai ito nyinu tande to letam nyinu ko hanbi to letam deal ito lamu rightful honorty in keno yin bigilo so kamala ako in ko in keno ya busila nu jumala busila wala president ko to nyi membe ko Yaya Jammeh so kabirin o tatale mu inatne la ownership soto but ko na ton ba otumo police le biye police men ka foy ko bandil la unito men ka control bandil la unito nyi membe police station to police la department of ka fo anti crime unity ni men itul kata bandiol le noka so o kola le mu kabirol botaje yol bondi je tata la koteto keno nyin na diamo wulta kun na men asiata bak so nimbaro hanbi Standard newspaper. Headline do Fanankaran Sinala a brief manika Kong Fanando. Senegal's opposition supporters ban pot and pans in noisy protest. Senegal's opposition supporters ban pots and pans in noisy protest. Dakar, June 22, Reuters. Senegal honk car horns and bang on pots and pans in the capital Dakar on Wednesday evening in the latest protest organized by the political opposition ahead of legislative election. So, madam lolemu Senegal ye bondi Reuters newspaper wala ni bondi Senegal mbelengaje ni WAATO kono karerolu kata bololu ani motol la corneol tol ya city motol koma ma kaonke Senegal Dakar sato ko nani dinkra kotamol to sate balto ka itanni makisalla ko ay simpamenta puruka constitution nyin ka stifle ka yelamandi nyala mem purata sala sangi en sa fotron ala si sabo aso skiono nyame komen ikaitan lala ko nyimu kuleti amanya na kele bayre ati fango niya jibe ngamira ablay wada la fita sifa kele numbari tul fango na jamaa ya itan lala ko amanya na kake donc jana fanan nim chewme ya kudeta ten Guinea the same thing nin Gambia wol mang akifolo but Gambia system mo mbije wolka na constitution wol fananka wolata ka stifle bari kuleti nini mol agrita kola ina yela may ko kata constitution ta ko use jeto bari molte sauno la otala sai politician commento la jero to politician sai ibeni la ferolem pro ibe ma bonola sembo koma nyame katra sembo to for long period because munen jamabe je kasilale e barta kol men na fo o kol kana na muru no kan ke edema so ni modoro sinana tukun standard la yinki bardo angale kamota ni man kan President Barrow leads NPP's cleansing exercise in Banjul. Let me expand it a little bit and brief it. They said President Barrow leads NPP's cleansing exercise in Banjul tomorrow. This is a press release, not a long story. His Excellency, the President of the Republic, Mr. Adama Barrow, in his drive to reclaim Banjul to its former glory, has invested millions of dollars to rehabilitate roads, sewage and drainage system. The rehabilitation project has greatly reduced flooding and give a facility and facelift Lara to Banjul in terms of access and cleanness. In light of these developments and as the rains begins, the National People's Party NPP under the visionary leadership of the Secretary General and Party Leader, His Excellency President Adama Barrow, shall organize a cleansing exercise dubbed Operation Clean Banjul this Saturday, tomorrow, 25th June 2022. Accordingly, all NPP executive members, militants, supporters, and sympathizers are hereby urged to come out in their thousands and join His Excellency the President in this worthwhile venture. The event will start at 10 a.m. from the Albert Market to Ports, Hagan Street, Halfdai, and Quadrangle, Arch 22 through Allen Street and other places. All are encouraged to dress in NPP regalia T-shirts for the event. It ends. So, madam, come mbata men karana yin kibarro ni aja ngabete be karate manjam fa bake wala mu President Adama Barrow ko ala nyato nkaya nina da NPP patiyo nyin na comme ko binana na fitaro men kala banginu sato nyin kono sama ikatle ba nyato nkaya ala sama. So kamale ya kumandro ki ila press release men ya bondi kamona State House ko na bankola president ba membe ko His Excellency Adama Barrow Republic ko Adama Barrow abi comme menki gang banyun sata ko no wala pro asinana banyun to reclaim banyun former glory comme banyun ala ku ko rolten abenu nyamen ka sen na nyama comme ay ko jamale dundi kunna membe ko millions of dollars pour ka banyun ka te da kuke membe den ning silolla siwe jibor silol ten anin jiol ka bor din kol min kono ka o système o nyin ka wol kuta yandi comme Adama Barrow be men ke kan alafta men ke lajete sante o kamala abe men ke kan jeto sante o kamala nyin do ko me ba ke kan ko blalde da kuke o projet go nyin comme men ni ajibe pour asnana talaro ko fenna wala flooding comme jiol men ka fusa ning jisilol fata e o nota e blockta e ka fusa ka wenang bedol kono ka dun korral kono laldo pour kanana ka kuke don and gave a facelift anim fana mensina na e banjinun kol fana sine ngochi kanino kulam anim fana kaje ko se fotano dinkrato membe ko e la dinkras keno lat membe ko dinkras seno nim bododo ko men be ni nata yirwala nyatlola ko as ni comme mbe tembo mento bari samafele dati comme National People's Party wala Barola Party yoni NPP under visionary leadership comme eko ilay nyaton ko men ate abe lafring kol men ala nyaton kaya kono falindrol nin kol men abi lafring keke ki nyato anim vanatlemu secretary general te atanyim party kilo nyinte anin leader wala nyaton ko nyin ko ato men ka kumani His Excellency President Adama Barrow benga lo menna ko santen ay fitaro nyin yola organize nyanta fitaro men kala banginu sato kono comme nunto men ka fa setal anim fana niaji be ko drop operating clean wala ngindro ni ya ena mandi angle counter wala operating clean Banjul di Saturday wala mukelayin sibit lo men sa matin karo tilmuang aning lulo la nyin jon karo nyin kon 22 sang kon ka continue accordingly yemeyitan ni ko NPP executive will be hanim militant will be supportal be aning men be party office in batasal ten ko ibe kuman la pour kanana in thousand comme wuli wulol pour ka kafunyoma na president fama pour mon na dron binana nyim silomen talate men ka mena worthwhile venture comme pour wala ni senento me lafta ke la bangin tem president fama me nyaton kayaka nim badodo ko nying evento nying men ya fotay ba ke la ting sama ko abidatla talentang so mandala abidatla minto Marcel balaje state house bala Marcel nyinto ba dat lol to kata Hagan Street fanang kabo Marcel to kata port Hagan Street aning kata half day quadrangle wala man secondal officer be damen state house balaje to kata I-22 ni beduna banjun sa taw nyong kono anim fanang kata Allen Street ni nata to ma fankilam be quadrangle jeto aning bedi kota on teng men itandi comme nyem fitaro be kala wolal ko be mo be kuman la projet dress c'est tisato don tisato me ka foko NPP la tisato me ka fo regalia tisato teng so akata yol don pour que fayitandi ko NPP la be o do ko ke kam so in komata man jam fa ngata karal la o nyamang sina continue kibar dola so ata karanta la Indo fana ngokara angalaw ala brief anim mandika kaunin. Officer explained how robbers who attacked Chinese nationals were arrested. The headline now we brief it in English by Bruce Ase Mota. One detective Musa Jata has told the court how the first accused person Alhaji Kamara was arrested and confessed to robbing 4 Chinese nationals in Old Yundong with Sheikh Juf and Omar Mboy sometime in July 2022. In his testimony before Justice Ibrahim Ajaite of High Court in Banjul, Detective Musa Jata said whilst on duty at the Anti-Crime Unit office, he received information that the accused persons had attacked and broke into a residence at Old Yundum occupied by some Chinese nationals. The witness further testified that Alhaji Kamara was first arrested at his residence at Coastal Road, where some of the stolen items were recovered, including iPhones and some unspecified amount of money. Some unspecified amounts of money. He told the court that Alhaji Kamara was taken to the anti-crime unit at Bijilo, where he was interrogated by his alleged involvement in the crime, and he named Sheikh Juf and Omar Mboy as his accomplices. The witness said Alhaji led the team to Sheikh Juf's compound, but he was not found there, and proceeded to Tipa Garage at Bakoti, where he Sheikh Juf, was arrested and taken to the anti-crime unit base. He was confronted and admitted to the crime. 2 iPhones and 2 foreign currencies, including US dollars, Chinese yen, were recovered at his residence. Detective Jata disclosed that Alhaji Kamara informed the team that he gave the sum of $80,000 to his younger brother Omar Kamara as proceeds of the robbery. It could be recalled that the trio are accused of robbing 4 Chinese nationals whilst armed with cutlasses, knives. They took $280,000, $1,100 US dollars, 4 mobile phones, 1,000 Chinese yuan, and some unspecified amount of foreign currencies. The hearing continues. So, badon mbara karana komen kibaro kibar na man jamfanka be karana man jaranga brief. Indo Bruce as a mota wala safi membuko standard la kibatala men kama be wati kiti dlalto sako high court nyol aning appeal court dlalto men kiti kuma balika kedamen atlaka kibarol bonni na njeto ke futan standard la paper nyinda. Ko officer mem fu kiti dlanginto ko nyin songol men boyta Chinese ol kan ol yundum aris nyamen ko men yola sata kiti dlanginto so officer nyin men tata jeto wala o sata kiti dlanginto ko ka me Detective Musa Jata atle info kiti dlanginto ko mo follow me ya tumi ka me Alhaji Kamara men ya muta anatna song ko men itole ngol sunya me ko Chinese ol ten sa tawto dame ka fuje ol yundum anim fanan kewme ka fa Sheikh Juf anin Umar Juf men July karo ko 2020 sango ko sangi fula command ala CDRO nyin kono ay men itandi Justice la kiti tela nying Ibrahim Jati High Court bangin sa taw kono Detective Musa Jata hay mem fo wala ngin da ko wotuma be do kola anti-crime unit officer ngin do ay information also do men de ko e mo tumi molde tumi men ni boyta Chinese wala kan yela dinkra kati e damen do all yundum e nyin Chinese wala be damen to ko wala be korda nyin kono ay men itandi kiti dula ngin to na tente ate witness onying ay men itanda la sede yanyin kono ate ako Alhaji Kamara wala mo foloti ye memuta la dinkra to sa tawto o ma fangale ka dame Coastal Road where damen ate anim fanan ye fengol trajeto men yesu nya kani so la nyin korda nyin kono ye wol recover jeto ko men na ol soto jeto membe ko iPhone olu anim fanan kodi jamal men iman aytandi o wato la jellebe ay ma bu nyoton safo nyame ka kontina men itandi kiti lagin to ko Alhaji Kamara inatna ka samba anti crime ila dinkra to bijilo sa to nyin kono where he was interrogated. The police will not na ka ngininka komen abarata nyin komen na anin aketanya di la anin jumalem komen tumiro la karola komen adakunda my mol fanam fo men dakunda nyin crime to men be ko Sheikh Juf anin Omar Mboy ol be molelte ko anin ol denta nyola kanyin tinyaro ke kaniso la dinkrangin to ka continue atin police nyin a witness nyin ako Alhaji wala keda moti me samba dinkrato membe ko sek juf be suomen kono bari e manna tara o soñun kono natna tenten kata tipa gara soñun do ba kote damen e sek juf tara wolto ya moto damen ya samba anti crime la dinkra nyinto ila besi. He was confronted at police na nyo saba jetlo paranatna song comme yen ko men kete nyin tew nyi natna mun travel to iphone fula anim fanan foreign currency min manke kilometer fula membe ko dollarol kata Chinese wala yen fanan yani solla ko do me ka fa yen yemin recover ate nyinna dinkra nyindo membe ko sek juf ka continue detective jata natna itandro ki jeto ko o alaji camera men inform ke atle inform ke timo la atle timo kalam tandiko that he gave comme ay kodo di mentata kanyang e wuli say dalasi wuli say a di jumala doma membe ko Omar Camara comme men dante o kodo nyin abota o sunya kodo le kon ka continue ko pour ka hakilo blando ke ko niaji be mo sabol ye tum men wala musunya rola ninata for Chinese national Chinese dim fula ye wala sunya wiles ning kidol ning joran len sa fo joran membe ko fangolu murolu natna dung la sonyin kono ke la kodota membe ta kanyen na Gambia dala so wuli kem fula wuli tanse anim fanan America kodo nyin wuli killing keme killing anim fanan mobile phone saba nani anim fanan Chinese la kodo wuli killing you have me young and in some unspecified amount coming and in fana ye kodo dolta yele bari mol nanka mo fu barol fana mu bantla banko kodo leti ko inkiti yembe continue lale yemen dante ka continue hanibi indo fana mu kibar leti men abota America banko le kan Gambia dingo e kalango la kalango men awarta bake men Gambia dingo namana soto dunia kono mo sa muta o nyam mbakaran angalo to sina karang mandika counto Gambian made NATO battalion commander Lamin Cham, read by Lamin Cham, standard editor. Gambian serving in the U.S. Army Lieutenant Ibrahima F. Mbai yesterday took command of NATO's allied forces South Battalion based in Naples, Italy. Lieutenant Colonel Ibrahima F. Mbai, son of former Attorney General and Gambian legal luminary Fafa E. Mbai, the Allied Force South Battalion support NATO and U.S. Army Europe and Africa missions by conducting individual soldier and family readiness through training, logistic and human resource support in order to strengthen the resilience of soldiers and their families while building and maintaining joint and multinational partnerships. Mbai comes to the command from United States Indo-Pacific Command, where he served in the January 1st or J1 section, they call it. In his speak, taking over the command, Lieutenant Colonel Ibrahima Mbai said to the soldiers and civilians of South, one can promise you the days ahead will be easy, but as the author James Kerr intimated in his book, Legacy, organizations with sustainable access are proposed, driving vision, led, and values-based. We know that we stand for. We have a clear idea of what we want to bring into existence. We have asked and answered the questions by those in matter. Those in matter. I promise you, we will meet our challenges together, and we will emerge as a disciplined, trained, and ready team. Finally, I am truly humble and honored to serve as your battalion commander, and I look forward to all the opportunities and challenges that await us. In his farewell address, outgoing Commander Lieutenant Colonel Travis said all of the new Commander Lieutenant Colonel Mbai a significant win in his career, as we all, or as we know, less than a third of lieutenant colonels and the right to command soldiers. It ends there. So mbali ngindo mu kumakana ti meng mbata memfo kandrong yimu kula ti meng honale meng Gambia dingo sa soto wandi banko kang membe ko sako banko meng sembo bala nzafo. He is the first in the world membe ko America ila sojar kundato kana kama fongola battaliano ka o commander di Gambia dingola o mu honalti nyin ceola do ko to membe ko Fafam Bay dimmanyi loya Fafam Bay mbe ngalong dan kunku ma fon la botawolto keta Anthony Janate sinya jama be pare loya le mo is a prominent lawyer, renounced lawyer comme Lamin Cham wala nyin kuma kan safe membe ko nyin Ibrahima Fafam Bay kunung ate ay palaso men command membe marala ni nata Europe ma fon la jankata Africa America la kulumba men kata yaila jam ma fon la ani la base men abe Italy le ko wotumo dolbe no jaman le bari dol fanam be Italy bari nyin atabita Italy le sato me ka fuje Naples. So Naples ila base nyimbe wolto Italy Bangkok kan incho saya telbe marakan jeto me tembo men do memme je o bitale atle site ono do palaso ba falinka wato men na di amta wato men na kuma kan nyin Lamin Jaye ole safe Lamin Cham sorry standard ko Idrissa Colonel Idrissa F Mbai ka kuma ni men na men afamamu nunto Anthony General Gambia Bangkok ka men matra kiti lalla ko ni ajibi nyimmu molati ate fanamu Gambia dengolti men atobo batle ni nata luala karola ate Fafam Bay men aka fota fama Idrissa Fafam Bay ko ni ajibe di Allied Force comme America la nying trupol men ka kafu bank koton la trupol men be ko NATO jamma fon la Europe ka kumandi nyamen jankol ka fay OTAN angalol ka NATO comme upside down comme in adjective olam ni nata latino la ni nata angalo la comme ko follow dola dol ka follow laban la dol ka follow ba jankol ka follow nyamen wala mu OTAN to ni nata angalo la ko NATO sabe kila command wala la command battalion men bota America Bangkok men is attack here pro allied ko don Europe la nyin kafu ko tan tan len sojar ka fol men be comme OTAN NATO nyin kono sinana na kakafu nyola pro nin kube dawda missional latin ko tamandi ko ninata conducting individual soldiers comme soldier killing na latin anim fana family readiness la karola wala dimba la karola true training anim fana karandrole se men no jeto o logistical la ninata taninya la karola nin ka men human resource support comme hadama deun men nyanta ka do ko ke pour o support ni bo sot no nyame in order to strengthen na drong ka bambandro ke fenna wala mo resilient soldiers so men sana ku sotondino ni nata gibi and their families comme anila dimbal while building anin pana wato men ne be irwaro ke kan o be fenol lo ka membe ko membe denning maintaining ka ko sotondi membe ko sabatini membe ko joint ka kafunyola ni nata ku jaman na membe ko kafunyola ka menna partnership ko men ngol bebe len ko konon mbay wato menna nata puru ka kay commandi United States layin ma fongme ka foten Indo Pacific Command wala ning command battalion me aba nyatlon where he serve comme abenon woltonun indi ka fu J1 section on otuma be wolto mbay comes from there to be do ko la nan nun wolto so kanana samana in blood ko nyajibe ate mbay nyin in his speak ala diamo nyin kono wato menna be palaso nyin tala kabum ate lieutenant colonel Ibrahima mbay nyin ko to the soldiers comme I remember soldier ole aning civilian ole men be o elaine dinkra nyin to jede ka men up south one ka ati abe la hitla ngina ko you the days comme al to ngin tilol men kanate will be easy abagala tilti men abe sone ala mbulu bagela ko as the auto comme ay itan do taman zero do ta janna men safar la ka men James Kerry comme women kala boko kono comme ngola kuma kan ko wala itan comme legacy tarikol la nina ta kola sako kafol men biko with sustainable access men kanana si bambandro keno kola o ka fin sabatin dino men biko ka futa kola men ilafita men tamandila comme vision itla jero munya ete be ko men nyaton ka kan visional tempur ka o tamandi anim fanan kola value comme kola valoro o be dikri men kan ako fanan niaji be ako we know what we stand comme bengal no be lor men kan I mean dante jeta ko we have a clear idea comme ila do ko menti ila idea menti rong mo be olon wala nginti the world we want comme dunia men la fidala pour que dunia men soto dunia men betar la sabatring ati tinyala comme ninkum so yarol idea clim mangen taret bulu o idea nyin ibe along wala be bulu pour ka jiko ka dunia tu sabatring abenyame kana dunia mangen ka tinya ako we have asked and answer comme ginin karo ke jabiro ke ginin karo laten men nyagibe why does it matter munat na nyin akumaya ta nyin kola men akafote ako ati ilahi do ta ko you we will meet comme altolu me benale o nimfen kol be benale men be ko challenge solo wala mu ko la kol ten together men be kafru nyoma ni nata ko fanan we will image me bolnan kol kono ase sinana kanana ka bok kol me ko disciplines wala famma jionen kulwala so sudn mbotawol kon nanne kata min traintale niaji be anim fana ready team comme to len team o nyin nen ko abe parerne pour munna finally pour kol labang la ka jeko ni nata ko ate I am truly humble nyin kata kulete men kontano anin abunya watra kambake ani abunya min diala purka do kuoke as your battalion commander purka naka moti men atlibe commander nyin battalion men abe afsouth nyindo safron abe Italy Europe banko kan damen anin neto lebe do kuoke la safron otan neto angalo ka neto jankol ka otan ya releke o battalion nyatlon la otomo abewole itandi kan ay kontano men soto anim fana bunyame ya diala purka kenyim battalion no nyatlon commandati ko ako fana I look forward mbe nyato batuna to all the opportunities comme koko bina nawe kala manta bengote anin ko le akol fana o fennem fo ngol bato ako that awaited us o membe mbatunkan nsafo onyam bari dunia bo onyamal manta bengonin koleal fo wolu ol kanyo saba what you what ese manta ben e kolea ko soto dlafana in his farewell wato minna inkeo bita wato minna membe ko commander at a min note ka fu lieutenant colonel Travis ay way min dante wolin ako nyin commander kudo membe ko lieutenant colonel mbay nyi men saytat noto a significant when nyin kata kanyelte men ko mata baga ni na tala do ko nyin kono ka mena career as we know be ngalone less than third ni na da sojarol kono men be mu lieutenant dol de pro kanani kayim palaso soto ko o mu fennati hamanta be ngolam de harje ba ko ni nata kono ne kemotla sidla nani sidla sabo olle tad ako less than tad abuka sinya sidla sabo fango buka nyim palaso soto I mean itani den komen pour ka monti drong pour ka sojarol command membita kan wewole fo jeto wala nan defanan ko nyim ke moleti men harjeta bake hana manke force one of the barinte I couldn't remember this kind of commander men sina staff la battalion auto men important baketa battalion dol so sodnole Gambia de on tra nyatlon la bare ngatal talon sofa so dan tawol hani bi be standard news vale ngindo kuma count yo ça fait land minister karang angaleoto sinana a brief manika count of namang jamfa bake now jamfa da dum ramo jamfa adi kilang lamin chamle nyim fanan safi ngak karang angelot land minister Sanyang wins prizes. The headline by Lamin Cham, standard reporter and editor. It is not always that a new minister gets high public rating just after taking office, but that seems to be the case with Sheriff Abasanya, the new Minister of Local Government, Lands and Religious Affairs. Even before he marks 100 days in office, Mr. Sanyang has made headlines for all the right reasons. Taking over toxic and man-made land issue, the minister made a sound judgment over the state of real estate business in the country, clarifying that contrary to widely held brief, most of the real estate businesses are Gambians owned, boldly addressed the brewing tension between the Ahmadiyya Jamaat and some imams from the main Muslim sect by categorically stating that every Gambian has a right to belong and worship any faith, including the Ahmadis. That is what a serious authority does. He is bold and courageous to say or do the right thing as expected of a good government, a prominent Gambian academic told the Standard. Minister Sanyang also received plaudits from analysts who observed that despite the fact that almost all the local councils under his ministry are run by opposition political parties, his current dealings with them have been professional and patriotic. I think the toxic relations between the councils and government will now end. The new minister is technocrat, no, not a politician. He is very, very professional, a senior local government official told the Standard. Meanwhile, the Gambian consul in Angola, Haji Jawara, has personally praised Minister Sanyang for his humility and respect to Gambians without discrimination. I have had the opportunity to deal with his office, and from my experience and what I have heard from other people, the new minister is truly a good servant of President Barrow and the Gambian people. I have a lot of respect for His Excellency. Candid dealing and frank interactions with people on matters under his preview. Mr. Jawara, also a businessman, said. Mr. Sanyang is a seasoned politician and administrator and former teacher. So assalamu alaikum baade ngolo ko men ngindo fanan Lamin Cham la safi Standard la kibar tala aning edicto nying ndo be den ning minister kuto me ka fay ko Aba Sanyang men gofono la matinu URR ya samanan sa yake minister ti pour ka ke land minister ti aning religious affair aning do ko don deng so adiamta wala ko la ko men ala tilichemo men a sodo office kono komen ay bunya men sodo molla karola ning ay doku kendo men ki abata wala sata kan so kibaro ko da men sabeje wala ngin tidron land minister Sanyang komen ay men kanye kabo molla karola ka mena price o nan kamo men nina da moli jairo men kala abe doku men kikan Lamin Cham len kuma kan safe ka bumol bulu men anidi amta ko nyimu feneti it is not always imboka ke wati comme minister pour mun dron ka fenso to ka bo jamala karola pour kala ko tenten comme ala doko datinyala na kinyala ka men rating pour mon na wato men na episode comme niaji be nyin kamdala ko to be the case with walang atila karola in ketawal titi membe ko ate abasanya men minister kutoti men matra man sakunda rengola banku kulukulola ning na dino kole ka men religious affairs ko even before ko covering o yanabe like mo sotla ala officer ngindo Mr. Sanya Nying kuma kan finda le ko kol le ka men headline for all right reasons comme member ko dailol bela ni nata nyantol men nyanta ka soto taking over what mo anatna dinkralta ka men damen jebe toxic ko personal be siar nje ka men man mot lan comme wala alain dinkra nginte in kena kol men be caring jetu ten wala ministry men matra banku kulkulo la kol ko minister Nying ay kuma kan bondi meme ko judgment ate kulji nyamen over ni nata kol men be denning Nying men ga business ko real estate dingra nyin to banko kan anadna senendro ke kol la men nyosabo keta men do ni nata o contrary ko men kol fota nyala men mol man mem understand too widely men not ke fenti help brief comme molia muta domani ko most of the real estate business comme men be banku dilo kono business o kono comme a Gambians comme ko Gambian le muti nin company jama be je to lel tam kanim fanan and made his intention comme ate natna I at hamo menti ka woto seniandi wala ngindi ko about how to sensitize pour ka molta ke e kalamtandi pour nyin dinkrangi na membe ko nyin real estate dinkrangi o sector nyin te Mr. Sanyang Minister Nying also won anatna kanye fenna men kabo jamala karola when he bold coming anata lota ka kechoti pour ka yin kolta keto poto membe faji kan Gambia banko ka ninata makawla membe denning ahmadiyal ka fo ahmadiya jamaat aning almamo dolla membe ko men findita ye ahmadiyal criticize banko kan comme mol muta muslimoti o mol muta dina mol de men yanda katra Gambia banko kan dinkra nyin auto settle nyame from the main muslim sector wala na ntol ka muslime amen batute men jamaa ka commandant le mu dinoti men asembo wata dinol bedi ka continue ko categorically kanana ka dinkra muta membe ko stating ka foko that every Gambia ding ate aitandi nyamen wala nginte kumbenga nyanto sogle nyanta katra dinkra mento puruka na dinol batu jeto anim fanan ka je ko kol membe ko no wol fanan membe ko amadial ol fanam molti fanan nyante la dino batla Gambia banko kanne momon raso ko sa fono wol taw kela ate minister men itan ko that is what wala ko fonte as a serious authority at lamin chami men safe anim men diama ko men nyim kulati men momo mu nyatan ko kendoti kanyen kusi fale ke ko men lamin chami men fo ko he is bold ko men nyin akita kulati men tawala mu natna ke modi courageous comme molemu ay hamo soto pour ka je ko kana ka kumo fo men to do the right thing anim fana ka ko ke men nyanta ka ke ay men dante anim fana moli yilla ko man sakunda nyanta ka menke nyin abaye menke ko nyimu molati is a prominent Gambian academic molemu akarantale ni nata na mislime karawnin na nin karan kotangolla ayul be karanne ni nata gibe ay même fo standard ye lamini ye men safete ka continue ate Mr. Sanyang kilengu nying men ko nin kira kuti molle bulo ko say baba ke anim fana molle ko tenten nyamen men ye sutero ke ko akola o despite ko be men ni nata gibe to nyala karola ol be na ga fendede almost ni nata kul membe caring na local government lalto teng council to under his ministry men being at ministry bunda men nyaton kalto koto ni local government bije men jamabe je sambe tembo men to opposition political party le martaw dinkral tolbe executive men kono mansa kunda membo nyatlon la party mantra marling o dinkral opposition le marling jela watna ko dol sotraje men keta ka men ko his current dealing something ate I'm mentamande ka nin wolu men nsafurron dokuno abe wole tamandi kan anem bankudiya abe wole itandi kan dokuo nyin kono amang tara politico itandi kan jede ka menna ko professional and patriotic ning ñun be wole tamandi kan ñim councilol men area councilol men bala ministry koto men jama be je opposition la molle be marlin jela ko ya tentu hotel anim fanan I think ko jiki fanan ko ñim dinkral de damen nina da a toxic relation between Coleman man BTI men tatanung councilol area councilol aning ning bansakunda la Carola sa nin kumumbe tembo mento o tension o nying o Coleman be noring da malte ma memman seneano tostic men contaminata sa je ko sai olbe kala fenati olbe dannale comme ngin cewla na nying ministry bondayen ka continue fanan ko di new minister tay minister kuto nying men technocrat lem ate mu molati man sakunda doko a no bakele anim fanan politician ol fanan madi and he is very very professional molemu ala doko no le no akala doko ka nyamale anim fanan senior local government official ko wolnat na kanyin fo standard ye lamin ye men safeteng yin kuma ka men a bondite ka continue kumol kumfa blayen paragraph lawang yin de ko in tembo la niaji be Gambia de la consul membe Angola Bangkok ka fa Haji Jawara Abubakar Jawara Kotoma has personal akote fongo yin minister yin a jay bakele membo sanyanti for his humanity comme ala ke hadam al hadamadi yala anim fanan bunyala karola ka je ko fanan Gambia de be ni na da yin amang momo bonyoto ay men dante ni na da kokule inatem ko I have had kama nyim moy de men kata ay manta be ngote ko o I in kata manta be ngoto ay men soto wala ngin ton anin na office ye do koke comme solte bulu kula jeto men bari business la mote wala ko na opportunity soto anin ni dilo ke membe ko office nyim ay do kule soto anyanta ka men tamandi je ko from my appearance at men soto long ayo dilo nyin kono wala nginde ko what I have had I memoy mol kotangolla o experience nyin aw atiala na ko nyimo moment anim fanan ko niaji be ko minister kudo nyin is truly a good servant molemu dokula kendolem pour president be sirinteng abe doko men ke kan abake kan president la todia abake kan wala nim banku dingoli min dante amandra ke kan ngola ko aka même fofana ko I have a lot of respect akai bunya bala soto for his efficiency comme nying ala kallanke ala ko kurni na bala ka nyamale ka men efficiency anin kan dilin molemu tonya molemu nawe ko kala an frank nina ta katara tilengola nin animol la du nyokono kola nina ta gibe ko kula under his preview comme nyata ko batale koto atele ba ajibe ka Mr Jawara yemen dante anim fanan parte mum businessman olti wala nyen kuma kan sad Mr Sanyang is a season comme molemo meta politico kon fanan anim fanan administrator le mati masakunda dokula le mati anim fanan katanun teacher le fanante o kuma kan nyin danta world. So ngajibe how much we have 48 minutes we have scored already because ngajibe for politics among update point among update Fatu network let us see what they have anyway let me see this when anyway let's go back to standard and see whether we can add one more story on because already we done with standard. So let's see to have an hour segment like this we need to add one story, so we call it a day. Today is Friday and today is a holiday here. But in Africa or somewhere else, it is not a day holiday. So let's see the voice newspaper Voice newspaper, the only briefing with the headlines. Expert urges government to seek international support to deal with mountaineering oil spillage. Immo kuma kanati voice newspaper wala bandi comme be commandro ke kanko mansakunda pro asi makoro nyini na bantla bankola because in tulo men wayata mountaineering no swamp jim kono ba nyin dandango la jedo kadung mankol kono lalto taring so kule mun tulo nyin abe nyamen be mol nyin kan kabo bantala banko kan turu mansakunda wal se o lobby no nyamen purusine ma ko men experience soto puruka nyin tulu fingota ka fitano environmento nyin kono so nimboro to global properties and they said they have 2 million headquarter on bail. Coming in Mudinkral Timeng Etulka Bundo Koleke, real estate, and infanang Doku Jamal Bebu la headquarter Kuto Yolelo, in headquarter Kuto in Koyalo, Kodomen, Natata Kanyang, $2 million la headquarter Ning Yola Fintin the B. Banker Award night set for Saturday. Let me expand it whether I can brief on it. This one by Aisatu Jallo of Voice newspaper. The Executive Secretary of the Gambia Bankers Association, GBA, Mr. Al-Hajjeng, has disclosed that Saturday 25th June 2022 is set for Bankers Award Night and will also mark the 20 years of experience of GBA. According to the Executive Secretary, this is the 5th annual Bankers Award Night celebration, which will also mark their 20 years of existence as a registered professional association. The celebration will be held on Saturday, 25th June, tomorrow, 2022, at the BII-KIIBAARO Jawara International Conference in Bijilo at 7 p.m. in the evening. He added that the association, or the occasion rather, serves as a forum that brings together all the stakeholders within the banking sector, government and other financial institutions and the general public in the Gambia to interact informally and to be informed about the modest achievement of the GBA and the Institute of Bankers of the Gambia. During the celebration, we will award the founding members of the association, the past presidents and the vice president rather of the association, employee and the year in each bank. Yo bani ngol bata men karana te ngolem Voice newspaper ye inki baron bon membe denning menbe do kola bankol to ko ibina tono dila molla soma sibito nyin salawda kareba conference room nyinto ye men ngitandi ila kibaro nyin kono ko membe ko nyaton ko Gambia la mol menbe do kola banko nyinto ila association o an ka me GBA ko Mr. Alajeng wala nyin kuma kan fo ko yitandi damen ko sama sibito karotli muang aning lulola in June karo kono inansango kono ko bankal wala bank do kulal ibe awod dilala wala bunya fon sudo nyin na men wala be kera sanji muang kabri safo nyin kafo nyin lota me kay kumande Gambia Bank Association GBA ka kontina me itandi wala nyinte ko ati executive secretary nyaton ko in clark banyin ko this is the 5th coming in sinya lulu njawti ila nying annual banka coming sangosang e kanyin award men di suto nying celebration o nying which will also mark imbina benna men fe wala mula sanji muang katra Gambia banko kang ila im kafoni as registered comme fenna be several loi ye sembo dilale na bankola constitution item ni nyame ni nata molla men be ko professional association o nyina karol ka continue ko jural loting will be held up kala dinkra lumen na walam samati karotil mo ani lulo la sibitlong jun karo nyin kono ngina salola kaireba la conference room conference dinkrame ya tolal membe bigilo sato nyindo telen woro wula uraro nyin nadna men la fa kuma kan ko nyin occasional comme nyin mamang me ba kelen la tren ko serves as a mbekala quality wala forum ka jabe sutula men sinana na ka da male pour ye kafu nyoma men be da be nyin ko kono ka men stakeholders within the banking sector comme nyin bank do kulala karo nyin kala ni fana man sakunda fana na karola ning fo fer nata itol be kodo do kundi nyala ko ne ka fena financial institutional thing ani fana hani general public jama fon in the Gambia bank ko kan ni min la kul ka du nyokon informally pour ron ka nyokalam to ani fana to be inform ani kanay kalam tan de membe caring kukutol la ni nata ani ye men soto ni nata itol nyin Gambia bankal association nyin kanin fana the institute itol len den granye membe ko bankal ten ko ne ajibe tun be sirin Gambia banko kan ito lebina nyin kuma kan litan la kanyo kalam tan di kol during the celebration nyin juralo kono ko abekala ibe fenne di laje memme ko men nyin kafo lo ka men founding members o nyin association nyin komen men botaje nyaton kale ka men na president kotol ten with award dilelale aning vice president kata leng association la sa fotong employee fana do kulal fana men be sangi jamala ni nata nyim bankol kono so fana danta wol let's see whether we can brief another one so ngana indo to police ol ole samba kate karandi forensic neo moitron mol police ol men ka kiskiro keno crime kola ni mol men ifata nyala pour ka long anin kujamala ni nata crime sinol pour ka fen bondi men sinana na silo yo sone anino mol men barhala imaje isa mutano nyamen komen ka forensic police ol thing so makara na angala don sinakara manekan and that will be the end of the segment so we will call it a day we start the ako 3 police officers in Dhaka for forensic training. So that's the headline by Adama Kasuba, the author. 3 Gambian police officers are participating in an international training on quality management and forensic science in Dhaka, Senegal, through the support of the German police force and GIZ. The deputy police spokesman, Inspector Aliou Jamanka, leads the delegation at the École Nationale de Police on Borghi Ba Avenue in downtown Dhaka. According to the police, Inspector Aliou Jamanga expressed delight and sincere appreciation to the organizers, GIZ, and the Senegalese scientific police for the opportunity and hospitality accorded them. Inspector Jamanka told the gathering in Dhaka that the training will go a long way in adding value to their work back in the Gambia. I assured them that he and his team will take full advantage of the opportunity and replicate the knowledge gained in the execution of their duties back home. Finally, my most sincere appreciation on behalf of my team to the High Commander in the Gambia under the dynamic leadership of IGP Ablaye Sanyang for giving us this wonderful lifetime opportunity to attend such a important training. Other speakers include the head of the Senegalese Scientific Police, and Mr. Kevin Cosway, a renowned quality management and forensic expert from the UK. Meanwhile, students of the University of Bradford, UK, led by Dr. David Harris, paid a courtesy call to the office of the Inspector General of Police at the GPF headquarters in Banjul as part of the ongoing study tour by the University of Bradford within Africa. Receiving the tour delegation on behalf of the IGP, the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Mamadou Sow, welcomed the delegation to police headquarters. He strongly assured of the GPF's close collaboration and partnership with Bradford University at all times. Part of the objectives of the interface include availing the students opportunity to discuss issues related to security, gender, transitional organized crimes, SSR, and a range of other issues concerning security. It ends there. So Mariolo inamu kibar lawangoti memeng karanali about voice because that on point level among updates. So I continue voice line kibar lawang malafakang na kibaro labang nyindo member ni police men tata ka forensic training ke Senegal banko kang with other police Senegal banko kang men be karan e ko men tata for police officer mo saba men tata Dakar pour kata karan la okay nindi do ko la do ko me ka fa forensic wala police wala scientific karo nyina o sa fuko scientific karo la nyinde men ka nyinindro ke kolla la men keta sababolti kolla men ko saalu ten o men ya crime will commit bari ya dingral men to se fengini je la men sinana elite pour se o mari nyol mutano nyamen nyin kuntawol be kono le kaji fanan dene ku jamal DNA be abebe nyin forensic do kolla kono min police le ka tamande police station o yinto ginu tata karande wala koku hani bina mo incriminate no la men ay criminal ko bara ko membe ko mo fallen ku ko don nyino la kuma kan ni men kiskisa ala koto e men sota je in kuma kan se mo kitin no wala men yin safa wala mo adama ma kasu bati adama ma kasu ba kuma kan men safa ko membe ko Gambia de police saba men dabe kunna ka men dunia be la karandro la karola ninata fengo me kila quality ave beti ala ninata management la ka school be topoto la nyamen ko ka men forensic science mbata men fo kanten Dakar sa taw nyin kono Senegal nyin anata nyaadi le ko men ya ama ko ro blodo ko to wolbe ko jaman na police men be Gambia banko kan o la ka fo men ka fo e gis GIZ wala kanyin train jama be je to la ka Gambia police ma ko ala ka bring barola man sakunda nata fo up to date wala bulobe nyim fanan ko to kun yaji be memu normal ko di police la diamla inspector Aliou Jamanka men atlegata delegation of men bo Gambia banko kan kata karamu me ka fo France counter école nationale wala bankola karambo membe ko police la karola e ka je ko Bourguiba ka commande bedo men abijeto in downtown sare banyin kono Dakar sare kono itata wolto Jamanka memu deputy spoke person di police membe lamen jay no kan wole nyin timo nyaton kaya kata Dakar yeme itani wala nginde ko to the police comme police wala karola sako membe ko inspector Aliou Jamanka nyin ay min itan dijeto ko ngala kontano la manim fanan ka je ko fanan nyin kata ko to men akanu baka na naftala bake ko men pour ka nyin nyin men yin ko organize ka men ko gis mem ko jamano la yin kafoden an men be lorin kusifal and the Senegalese scientific police and in Senegal in scientific police for the opportunity manta beoming sutuda nimpanang ye hospitality comme bina kejia nyameng accord ye bunya nyameng itol kabati fota din krangindo memo meko ate nying inspector jamanka atele kuma kan for wato menna garden nyindo benta damen Dakar comme nyin training ako will go long nyimbe kala fenita be jam fala bake silale mo be jam fala bake ndo be lafaro kile kolla membe kumayala bake ni nata ni mutana Gambia banko kampuru ila doko me nyanta ka taman au itandi nyin gadarin to Dakar ka itandi fanan ka woka nyin kol dankinendi jete ko itolu that he and his team ate anala nyin donyol men tara jete den ibinana na nyin ko ba tala ke full advantage comme ye manta ben men soto pour ka continuer opportunity me ka foto manta ben comme advantage comme ye men soto men sabo anim fanan manta ben la karola e bina wole tala pour ka ke fendi ka replicate comme itulla londo nyin ka laf ka yelmande kotege kol men sinana sutondro ke fenna wala mu ila doku me ba tamandla men nina ta Gambia banko kan ikaf mena ko duties back in the Gambia and ni ba executo la o ala excuse no nyin wala mu ila doku tamandinya ko kol laban la kati ako my most since appreciation wala nyinde ati ala kano fong min ay nyin ko kanu wala nyinde ko on behalf of my team I member denning timo men anata tengo koto ko wala karola ko to the high command hani fuka futa fo Gambia Bangkok ang ito la nyaton ko p ko atla kano mente drong wala nginte under the dynamic ko men ko abe men ko de men awarata baba ke nina ta nyaton kayala sako membe ko itul fonga nyaton ko IGP Abdullah Sanyang for giving puru kanana ka nying wonderful komen ka komen amanyon soto men petiata fatambita ka men a lifetime comme ila dunia mo be kono membe kele manda be on pour ka soto ndro ka fedna social important training pour nyin karandro men iba soto la Dakar membe ko nyin forensic science nyin police la karol andi amla koton men bol kono wala mu nyaton ko di Senegal la nyin police men fana be nyin scientific do ko nyin nate ka fay ko Mr anin do ko mo ke ko te fana me ka fay Mr Kevin Kaswoya in Kevin Kaswoya anin e renowned mo dole fana min tobota baake quality management la karola anin forensic expert la o même fana bota min tole Angleterre bank kokang will be the Amoten Lade, be ma beting in Bladder. Ka continue ko tembola karam to nol men biko university me ka fuje ko Bradford UK men jumale nyaton ko ya wala mu Dr. David Harristi men inadna ka futa na Gambia police la officer in the daming ila Inspector General and of the Gambia Inspector General of Police at the GP headquarter comme kana fata police la dingrang indo inspector general la dingra da mo headquarter di bangin sara kon ko nyimu feneti men be tamanta wala ke kan o tamanta mo be karam fanan kan ka bena ongoing study to be wala ke kan nina da university nyin men ka kumandi Bradford la men Africa banku kulukulo kan e be nyin to ke kan wolto lol na fata Gambia ka fata na headquarter jeto men na ikia wala mu anomalan ko ti ka fay ko Deputy Inspector General member ko Momodu So wole gia manke ate Inspector General for memo Abdullah Sanyandi ina welcome ilangin delegation of performance na to the police headquarters to la dinkra bangin to police bangin sa kono na in bambandi je to ka itandi la ko Gambia la police force comme wol e be nakirin nyamen nina la collaboration la partnership katra nyofe with in karambo me ka fay ko Bradford University wati out itan di bakel anin fananiaji ko part of the objective comme ko do lay be men hamekan o yanda men soto ko ninata interface kon men be dunni da maltema men bol kono kaje ko avelen kana ka kul soto ninata kodam to dinno la karola fu membe kila manta bengote pro ka ise manta bengosot no ka sika kacha kul men be denning tanko bunda nyinna ka continue membe ko jenda kewol ne musol da maltemo ko fanan aningi ka menna nyin kujaw kelal men kujawol men molki criminal te ke organize bandal dinkra koton te ka aftandi banko koton gang ka kacha fanan aningi ka menna SSR wala security sector reform fanan ka kacha fanan la aning range of order issues kana ku jaman na men sula ko la ninata tankola punda nyinto so ina mu kibarol te bi mtol ngamen gadale nyokan kabrim bota kibaro kongodo so nginal brief ali ngi details ali angalawni mande ka account member ko standard kata displays voice newspaper because kibar jama be ngin bunda dol jibe all coincide so all the same so no need before we will make our session longer so ngajeko we pick the relevant ones or sa photo men kibar bundal be depend men be kan story ten ngolol tombong kibar bunda dan to ngolol samalena so mbafla ko ala baraka fo tenelungo ning alay news yamani alamana kufi sinana ka fintal kan kanana ka kibar loftande altol lamora kendo lam ani men kan jibe santeng wati ben follow kan ba fulale ko la baraka nal dunta men man subscribe ala kata le subscribe na YouTube channel o yinto subscribe button o nyin ala dete men tongoto AR radio be daming alia press wrong that means I'll subscribe to le ni nada fanan men abe safarin ne subscribe o fanan Facebook ka fenti wolto aka safele on subscribe olem ifana ye ila ngani okafuje walam wrong like so all the same so inam koti nal dunda wati ali okay abkal cost single dime just to give a support aning appreciation olam pour na doko kaje ko album follow kam menna alfana mbe muna fanga kanale na platform nyim fana mbe muna fankan ala so nimbodo to science afale ko ala baraka fo alama jumo kairo samalan na jamanol kan ni masibo kul mi keren dunia kono kole akul men aboka ke fenna for human factor hada madon le fon ka sabu fo ala se o hada madon hakilo yirwane no kusi fali fanjam fandi wala e kul samana membe kala hada madon le balunya nyimmati na yin dunia kon dunia me mafa ntafa la fanan nga ka kul men kam membe ko kodo aning tara kolla msa sotno mbesa sotno nyin dunia konne nti ñew batan la ningan kono ila ñoy ete billion sigeta mabo bungo kono ya mabo kahono kono boxo kono kuleti men do kono be fa kan they don't have even a single meal a day ni mo kuleti Gambia dengul sing ño kalamtani ko even Gambia or anywhere we have to know that this world we cannot fill it up. There is a lot of space in this world. All of us can survive without giving problems to others. Please, nganyo kundi, let us give a breath to others. You breathe as well, and the others also supposed to breathe. They have to get their decent life and have access to any right, their rightful opportunities and many other things which just humankind should be availed to. So nyimu kuleti men nyanta kawlo nyofe manyana ka dol konye puruka manta bengo dila ka wato dila ifane ni jino in dunia kon dunia me mafa ndunta fala sinana fanan ka jeko opportunity kila ombe de bulo is pour so speano do ko te fana baluno because ko di burrol sikaita ye mabo billion mafo ko men ila kodo ka kanyala don la fe ani baade on te mol fo bari men ga billion tan dum jama be ya be ga ko monati jama la fe ngoy ko le sikay kata ka mena ka bankola kodota ka graft ka samba banko kote kan katata ka amabo jeto o banko mol be muna fanala tete muna fanala e ko ka mabo ye pro ka siandi e abondi damen wolbe fakan epeke baluwala in dunia men ba kono bi wala ni na bankol be bataring wala whatsapp so ma fala ko maybe alka explosion o dol mo ko bi holiday le membe jang nying man ningol ga me no su ka fo men petarol e ko da ka afay explosive vol de man malten just for a fun o phone call be keden dem festival be keden sa janteng Spanya Bangkok kan wala na bi fon kita holiday ti jang so sometimes the nol ka afaile be do kono so explosion on ka futa studio kono janne we cannot avoid that is inevitable we cannot stop it so this is it so ala baraka onal badi malemu ala jadama e radio Spain Bangkok kan salsa to nyin kono we